Welcome to the beginner Hatha class number 3 in this video series. For this class, it is recommended, if you do not have experience with Hatha yoga or yoga, to watch the 2 beginner videos prior to attempting this video. For this practice, it is recommended that you have a yoga mat, a cushion, a yoga block, and a strap. If you do not know how to use these props, please watch one of the other videos first. I will not be instructing any modifications in this video. As with any physical activity, if at any time you feel like you are dizzy or short of breath, please stop the activity and relax. Find a comfortable seat or lie down on the back. We'll begin this class by finding a comfortable seated position on the floor, either legs crossed and sitting on the edge of your cushion or on the floor, or if this is not comfortable for you, finding a kneeling posture. Taking time to close the eyes, tune in, hands on the knees or the lap. We'll begin the class with 3 Oms, inhaling deeply for Om. Taking a moment here to bring your focus within, finding that internal focus, the drishti, the intention of your practice. We'll begin by bringing the palms together in front of the chest in prayer, Anjali Mudra, and doing 3 arm circles, splitting the palms, our arms out, up, and around, palms coming together to touch overhead and bringing them down through center as you gather that energy from the earth, the air around you, the heavens, and bring it back down into the center, unifying yourself with the space around you, with the breath that flows freely in and out. Now bringing the arms out, up and around overhead, splitting the palms. One arm remains upright. The other palm comes down to the earth. So you do a side bend, looking up at the upraised hand, maybe walking the fingertips of the palm on the earth out just a little bit further, deepening the stretch in the side without collapsing. Hips are even on the ground or the cushion. Slowly bringing both hands back overhead to meet, splitting the palms, opposite hand to the mat. Again, looking up at the upright hand, inching fingers away on the mat as you bend. And then bringing hands together overhead again in prayer pose, lowering palms back to the chest, relaxing for a moment before seated twist. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind the back and twist. And now switch sides, left hand to right knee, right hand behind the back and twist, coming back to center. Beginning the neck movements, looking up and down, rolling the neck, turning the head side to side. Left ear to left shoulder, hand on top of head, extending the opposite arm out and reaching, Feeling into the stretch on the right side of the neck. Moving the arm. Deepening the stretch and relax, coming back to center, opposite ear to shoulder. Hand on the head, extending opposite arm away, and repeat. Taking extra time to feel into areas that need your attention. One more time to do some neck circles here, paying close attention to the extension and flexion of the neck. Coming back to center, taking a deep breath, exhaling, removing the cushion or prop from beneath the hips, finding your way into Balasana, child's pose. Hips over heels, feet together, knees are as wide apart as you would like, arms alongside ears, forehead to the mat. A few deep breaths here. Allowing the spine to continue relaxing as it extends outward. Gently begin to pull yourself up into the tabletop position, finding your way through cat and cow at your own pace, including any other circular movements with the body, the hips, the torso over the knees. Maybe curving the spine, the C shape side to side as you look at your tailbone. Eventually making your way back to neutral spine. The gaze is down, the neck is long. We'll move into thread the needle for the shoulder stretch. Right arm lifts and comes across under the body as the right shoulder comes to the earth, maybe the right side of the face. Hips are high, in line with the knees. Come back to tabletop and opposite side, lift the left arm comes under the body, left shoulder to the mat, perhaps the left side of the face comes down, and release back into tabletop, finding yourself neutral and supported. Lift the right leg, flex the right foot, lifting the opposite arm, extending the fingers, and balance here before beginning to bring the knee and elbow together under the body and a crunch, building the core strength and balance. Extending out, maybe reaching back for that opposite foot with the hand, arching the spine for a side stretch. And releasing down back into the tabletop position and neutral spine. We'll repeat on the other side, lifting the left leg and the right arm in opposition, balancing, using the core strength. And then crunching in knee to elbow beneath the body 3 or 4 times here before fully extending. Lifting that leg and then reaching back with the right hand for the left ankle and stretching the side of the body. Coming back through center into tabletop. Now lifting the right leg, bending the right knee and flexing the right foot. Press the foot up towards the ceiling and then out to the side like a dog at a fire hydrant, lifting the leg in each posture. We'll switch sides, bend the left knee, foot presses towards the ceiling, lifting several times, and then open the leg out to the side, lifting out to the side, working on the outer edge of the muscles in the hip and the glutes. Coming down from the neutral spine into puppy pose. The chest and the chin are on the floor, arms extended alongside the ears, hips are in line with the knees. This is a deep stretch, preparing us to come back into down dog, finding the palms gripping the floor at the base of the fingertip pads. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Down dog, pedaling out the legs. Spine is long. Rest for a moment here. Taking a few deep breaths. Coming into mountain pose at the front of the mat. Taking your time, feet are hip width distance apart. Shoulders are back and down. Arms slightly away from the body, palms gently facing forward. Pelvis is in neutral, knees slightly bent. Chin is parallel to the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here and taking any time you need to make any adjustments to feel grounded and comfortable in this posture. We'll begin by bringing palms together in front of the heart. Extending the arms out, either palms facing one another or thumbs are interlocked and palms are facing the ground. Bring the arms up alongside the ears, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears as you have a tiny back bend from between the shoulder blades as you look up gently, pressing the pelvis forward. And then slowly coming to an upright standing position as you slightly bend the knees, keeping the arms alongside the ears, long spine as you come down into a full forward bend. Fingertips on the floor, bending the knees as much as you need to. Interlacing the forearms for a little bit more of a stretch before placing fingertips back down on the mat, bringing the left foot back, left knee gently down, right knee in line with the right ankle, gazes forward, long spine, low lunge, gently stepping right foot back to meet the left, down dog. Gently coming forward, bringing the knees, chest, and then chin to the mat. Hips stay slightly elevated. Slide the torso forward as the head, neck, and chest roll up into baby cobra. Pressing yourself back up into down dog. Gently bringing the left foot forward between the hands, right knee down to the mat. Coming up to the fingertips, long spine, spread the collarbones, gazes forward. Stepping the right foot up to meet the left in a forward bend. Arms out alongside the ears, bending the knees, coming up to stand, arching the spine. Then palms together in front of chest and relax in the mountain pose. We'll continue with 2 more rounds of the sun salutation. Palms together in front of the chest. Extending the arms out, up and alongside the ears, looking up, slight back bend. Coming back to an upright position as you come through long spine, arms alongside the ears, bending the knees, forward bend. This time stepping the right foot back, right knee down, a low lunge. Left foot back to meet the right, down dog. Coming forward, knees, chest, and chin, hips are elevated. Slide the pelvis and the torso forward, head, neck, and chest roll up, baby cobra. Pressing yourself back up into down dog. Bringing the right foot between the hands, gazes forward, coming to the fingertips, long spine, low lunge. Bring the left foot forward to meet the right, forward bend. Bending the knees, arms alongside the ears, coming up to stand in a slight back bend between the shoulder blades before lowering palms to chest and relaxing in Tadasana. We'll do a third and final round. Bring the palms together in front of the chest. Extend the arms out, up and alongside the ears, slight back bend. Coming down, forward bend. Time the left foot comes back, left knee down, fingertips, low lunge, right foot back to meet the left, down dog. Coming forward, knees, chest, chin, hips elevated, and then slide the torso forward, head, neck, and chest, roll up, baby cobra. Press yourself back into down dog, and then bring the left foot forward between the hands, right knee down, low lunge. Bring the right foot up to meet the left. Arms alongside the ears or coming out, reverse swan dive, slight back bend. Hands in prayer and mountain pose. We'll be preparing for warrior 2, placing the hands on the hips, widen the stance. Feet are parallel to one another. Hips are forward. Knees are in line with the big toe or the space between the middle toe and the big toe. Lifting the arms. Ankles are approximately under the wrist creases of the upright shoulder height arms. Taking time to bend into both knees, turning the right foot out so that the heel is in line with the arch of the left foot. The pelvis stays pointing in the direction of the left toes. Bend into the right knee. Bring the arms up overhead and then down to shoulder height. Looking out over the right fingertips. Checking to see that the right knee is in alignment with the big toe or between the big toe and the second toe. Sinking down into this posture, feeling strong. Flip the right palm face up and lift overhead into a reverse warrior. Lowering back to warrior 2. Coming out of the pose, bringing the hands to the hips, readjust the feet to parallel before turning the left foot out. Heel in line with the arch of the right foot. Again, bending the knees, feeling into the weight on both feet so that it is distributed evenly. Bringing the arms up to shoulder height, checking the stance. Bending into the left knee as the pelvis remains pointing in the direction of the right toes. Feeling the ease of the shoulders supporting the arms. Almost like a floating feeling. Double checking the left knee alignment with the left toe. Looking out over the left fingertips. Gently flip the left palm, reaching the arm up as the right arm comes down, reversed warrior. Coming back into the warrior 2 pose. Parallel the feet, hands to hips. Step the feet together, back to the center of the mat. Return to mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll prepare for our Natarajasana, King Dancer pose, our balance for today. Putting yourself in Tadasana, put the weight into the left foot, bend the right knee, reach for the right ankle with the right hand as the left arm comes up alongside the ear, and then start to tilt yourself forward, bringing the torso closer in parallel alignment to the floor. This is a deep stretch to the front side of the body. It is also an intense balancing posture, so you may not be able at first to get yourself parallel to the floor, but you're still getting all the benefits of the posture and building strength and balance as you do so. Bringing the foot back down, we'll switch to the opposite side, now bringing the weight into the right foot. Bend the left knee, take hold of the left ankle with the left hand. Right arm is up alongside the ear, or it can be placed in a half prayer pose in front of the chest. Slowly start to bring yourself parallel to the floor by pressing the left ankle into the left hand, feeling a stretch along the front side of the body. Continuing to breathe, keeping your balance here. And now slowly coming up, release. Coming back to Tadasana, the mountain pose. Deep breaths. And we'll begin to come down to the mat to find relaxation, shavasana. Feet are slightly hip-width distance apart, maybe a little further, maybe to the edges of the mat, arms away from the body, head in neutral, eyes are closed. Bringing your awareness to the breath, allowing the heart rate, the breathing to slow as the body begins to assimilate all of the work that you have done so far in the class. Taking time to set your intention for the remainder of the class, maybe for the rest of your day. And let the body sink into the floor. Allow gravity to pull you down as the earth holds you up. Rolling over onto the abdomen for relaxation on the belly, Advasana. Cheek to one side, arms alongside the body, feet hip or mat width distance apart, and relax. We'll be preparing for the backward bending series. We'll begin with Bhujangasana, the cobra pose, bringing the forehead to the mat, bending the elbows, placing the palms below the shoulders, bring the legs in one line, tuck the pelvis towards the mat using the muscles of the lower belly. This exercise focuses on the muscles between the shoulder blades. Beginning to roll up head, neck, and chest. Little to no weight in the palms. Be pressing yourself up just a little bit, releasing the palms. Variations are available to you. If you'd like to do a little bit more of a deep stretch, sliding the forearms forward, palms flat to the floor, elbows on the mat, in a sphinx posture. And if you feel comfortable here, and as if you will be able to stretch further without crunching the low back, press into the palms, extend the arms for a deeper version of the cobra posture as you look up, maybe bending the knees and the back. And now releasing down, all the limbs back down to the floor, forehead to the mat, cheek to one side, arms alongside the body, and relax. Our next backward bend will be Ardha Salabhasana, the half locust pose. You can place forearms stacked under the forehead. I will be teaching the traditional posture, bringing the chin to the mat. Place the arms under the body, hands between the hips, tucking the pelvis in towards the mat, keeping the legs relaxed. Now activate the right leg, extend and lift. Hips remain even on the hands. And then gently lower and relax the leg, extend and lift the left leg. And the hips remain even. You may repeat one leg on each side as you lower the left leg, or for the more intense version of Salabhasana, the locust pose, lift and extend both legs at the same time. Holding here and now releasing down. Release the arms from under the body, cheek to opposite side. Relaxing here for a moment. We'll begin to prepare for Dhanurasana, the bow pose. It's a deep spinal flexion and it builds strength in the abdomen and the back. Bring the forehead to the mat. Bend both knees. Reach the hands back, taking hold of the feet or ankles. Tuck the pelvis in towards the mat. Begin to press the feet into the hands. As the lower body lifts, the upper body comes with it. Head and neck remain in line with the spine. Taking a few deep breaths here, you may notice a rocking motion. I am exaggerating it in the video so you can see what I'm talking about. But you may feel a gentle rocking motion as you breathe into the belly deeply. Coming out of the pose, coming down, releasing the limbs, cheek to opposite side. Arms alongside the body, maybe windshield wiper the legs on the way down as they relax to the mat. Taking time to unwind here. We'll prepare to come back into Balasana, child's pose, bringing the forehead to the mat, palms under the shoulders, pressing the hips back over the heels. Heels and toes are touching, knees are as wide apart as you would like, arms alongside the ears. We'll begin to slowly come up now, finding seated posture, maybe rolling the spine up to Vajrasana and kneeling before swinging the legs out from under the hips and extending them out in front of you. Finding Dandasana, the staff pose, adjusting the flesh away from the sits bones, finding your pelvis rocking slightly forward, legs extended, toes are pointing up as the feet are flexed, palms flat to the mat, shoulders back and down, chin parallel to the mat. We'll begin by preparing for Janu Sirsasana, the head to knee pose. Bend the left knee in. Allow it to gently open out to the side, maybe placing a block or cushion under that knee if it doesn't come down to the floor. Again, flexing the right foot. Bring the arms up alongside the ears with a nice long spine. Begin to bend forward over the right thigh. And as you feel tension or rounding in the back, allow the hands to come down to where they land. It might be the shin, the calf, the ankle, the foot, the toes. Allow gravity to pull you down into this posture. Continuing to breathe, feeling the natural motion of the spine as it waves with the breath as you breathe in and then breathe out. If you feel like you are forcing yourself into this pose, back off a little bit and allow yourself to relax down. The forearms and the upper arms are relatively relaxed. Continuing to allow gravity to pull you down. Eventually the forehead may come to the knee. You may need to adjust yourself forward as you feel the spine continuing to lengthen and relax. Slowly beginning to come up, lift the head, extend the arms alongside the ears and coming up with a long spine. Lower the arms, remove any cushion, help the left knee in, extend the left leg, shake it out, readjust the seat to find your staff pose, Dandasana again. And now bring the right knee in, open the right leg out to the side, Left foot is still flexed. Spine is long. Bring the arms alongside the ears, and then gently begin to lean forward over the thigh. And as you feel the tension or rounding in the back, allow the hands to come down to where they land. Head is relaxed, coming toward the knee. Again, noticing any place you might be holding too much tension or effort, and coming down into this posture and releasing some of that tension, allowing it to happen naturally. There are enough things in our lives that we force ourselves through. We don't need our yoga practice to be one of them. Continuing to breathe. The fluid motion of the inhalation and the exhalation, naturally moving the body, extending forward on the inhalation, relaxing down on the exhalation. This practice teaches us that forcing through extreme effort is not always, or maybe rarely ever is, helpful to achieving our goal. One more deep breath here, and exhale. Begin to come out by lifting the head, extending the arms alongside the ears, coming up with a long spine. Gently lowering the arms down, helping the right knee in, extending the legs out, finding the staff pose again. We'll be coming into Paschimottanasana, the forward bend. Extending the arms alongside the ears, bringing the torso out over the thighs. And again, as you feel that tension or rounding in the back, allow the hands to come down to where they land naturally, whether that is the calf, the ankle, the foot, the toes, or maybe beyond. Anatomy on everyone is going to be different. Flexibility is different. Just because you can reach your toes doesn't mean that you're doing the pose the right way. Notice how you're feeling. Do you feel the stretch along the spine, the hamstrings? Or do you feel like it's straining the back of the knees? Are you pulling too hard? Are the shoulders up too high by the ears? Allow yourself to relax and be natural. You get the same benefits whether your head comes to the knees or not. So be gentle with yourself. Continue to breathe, relaxing the shoulders down the back, releasing the tension from the arms, the hips. We'll hold this posture for a few minutes. Continue to breathe. Deeper and deeper into the posture. So we prepare to come out. Gently lift the head, and then bring the arms up alongside the ears, coming back up at the long spine, gently lowering hands to the mat, taking a moment here, and then sliding the hips forward and rolling the spine down to relax in Shavasana. We'll be preparing for some strengthening exercises to prepare us for inversions. Bridge pose. Bending the knees, bringing the heels towards the buttocks, feet flat on the floor, reaching the fingertips to the heels, feet are hip-width distance apart. Gently pressing the hips up as you roll the spine up, tailbone to shoulders, activating the quads, the glutes, the low abdomen. We'll hold here for several seconds, breathing deeply into the belly, and gently rolling back down, shoulders to tailbone, readjusting the feet closer to the hips. Again, rolling up, activating quads, glutes, lower belly. Bringing the palms together under the body, maybe interlacing the fingers, shoulders begin to roll under the body. The deep, strong arch to the core. Release the hands, roll the spine back down, relax the pelvis. Now we'll be coming up one more time and rolling up, activating glutes, quads, abdomen, arms beneath the body. Stay here, or now lift and extend the right leg out, strengthening the core. Placing the right foot down, lift the left leg and extend out. Holding and release. Release the hands alongside the body, roll the spine back down. Extend the legs out in Shavasana for just a moment. Reset the spine. Maybe scoot forward a little bit more on the mat depending on if you have things behind you. And now bring the knees towards the chest. As you press the hands into the mat, extend the legs in a straight line perpendicular to the floor. Start to swing the legs overhead, bring the palms to the low back, and only release the palms if the toes come to the floor and you feel stable for Halasana, the plow pose. This is a very deep stretch to the spine, the hamstrings, the upper back. Now everyone coming out, palms to the low back, bend the knees, bring the knees back overhead, and then slowly roll the spine down, gently lowering legs to perpendicular to the mat. We'll be preparing for an inversion now, so you can stay here if you'd like with just legs straight up, or you can do legs supported if you'd like to put hands under the sacrum or a block or a cushion there. Just staying there for a moment. We'll prepare for the other variations of the inversion. If you'd like to come down from here or stay there, that's up to you. If you're coming down, I'll be instructing a variation of shoulder stand supported against the wall. If you are on your menstrual cycle or have high blood pressure or glaucoma, recent surgery, neck or shoulder injury, stay in the legs straight up or the legs up the wall variation. Place the hip against the wall and rotate the legs up the wall, torso on the ground. For the shoulder stand variation, bend the knees, press the feet into the wall, lifting the torso, place the palms on the low back, and then begin to walk the feet up the wall. Do not cough or talk or turn your head in this position. If you need to do so, please come down first. Finding yourself comfortable here. If you'd like, you may release one leg and then the other from the wall to test your balance. And then place both feet back on the wall and remain here. Breathing deeply. Noticing how you feel in this posture. Making any micro adjustments that are necessary. This inversion is Salamba Sarvangasana, a supported shoulder stand. Gives the body a little bit of a break from gravity, allows the cardiovascular and lymphatic systems to relax, have less strain as they're returning everything back towards the center of the body in the torso. It's a deep compression in the neck where the thyroid and parathyroid glands are. These help to control the endocrine system. Overall, this is considered to be a queen of the yoga postures, and we recommend this practice daily. Whether it's this inversion or just legs up the wall or legs straight up, it's very beneficial to turn yourself upside down to get a new perspective every day. Just continuing to notice how you feel here. Spending a few moments in silence. Preparing to come down from the shoulder stand variation, start to walk the feet back down the wall as you lower the torso back to the ground, palms come down to the ground, and then slowly roll to one side away from the wall. For legs up the wall, again, just bend the knees toward the chest, roll to one side, come to lying on the back, and then transition yourself into Shavasana on the mat, taking your time to get there. We'll be doing the counter pose for the shoulder stand and inversion, Matsyasana, the fish pose. For this posture, while you're lying on your back, you'll bring the legs together in one line. Place the palms under the hips, the pinky finger and the ring finger under the hip. The thumb is pointed up towards the ceiling. The arms are long beside the body. Using the elbows to help you sit up halfway, look at your feet, tilt the pelvis, arch the spine, and bring the back or crown of the head onto the mat. Keep breathing deeply here, taking advantage of how open the chest and the throat are. We've compressed the thyroid and parathyroid. Now we are opening them wide to flush the system, bring in 7 times more oxygen than we normally breathe in. We'll hold this for about a third of the time as we did the inversion. So if you came out of the inversion early, you can come out of this early, or you can stay where you are. Coming out of the pose, using the elbows, shifting the weight forward, sitting back up, and then lying down in Shavasana. Slowly roll yourself to one side. We'll come up to sitting in Dandasana, the staff pose again, as we prepare for Ardha Matsyendrasana, the half spinal twist. Bending the right knee, placing the foot flat on the floor, either on the inside of the left knee or on the outside. The outside is a traditional way, but if you have limitations there, you can keep it on the inside. Place the left palm or elbow around the right knee. The right palm goes behind the back, gazes forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist from the base of the spine up to the neck as the shoulders come around. And without stress or strain, if the neck comes around, follow the gaze. Continuing to breathe deeply here, feeling the belly pressing into the thigh. The spiraling motion continues. To come out of the pose, slowly bring the head back to center first, and then gently unwind the body, chest to low back. Maybe do a counter twist to the opposite side. Coming back to center, lift the right leg, unbend the right knee, find your firm grounding. Now bend the left knee in, left foot on the mat, either inside or outside of the knee. Left arm behind the back, palm towards the center of the mat. Left arm behind the back, palm towards the center, behind the spine, resting on the mat. Bring the right elbow or palm to the left knee, and then gently inhale. And as you exhale, twist. Upper body coming around, perhaps the head comes around. Come out of the pose. Again, bring the head around to the center. Unwind to the opposite direction. Counter stretch. Release back to center. Extend the legs out in front of you. Shake them out. We'll prepare to seal our practice with Yoga Mudra. Yogic seal. It's a full body mudra, so it's not really a pose. It's more of a way to bring all the energies that we've worked with for the last part of the class and keep them in the body. So come to a comfortable cross-legged or kneeling position. We'll bring the arms behind the back, taking hold of the dominant wrist with the opposite hand. The spine is long, and then we close the eyes, and as we exhale, we start to bring the forehead toward the mat, keeping the awareness within, breathing deeply here. As we prepare to come out, make this the slowest movement of your day. Slowly breathing, taking several breaths to come up, long spine, head comes up last. And as you return to the upright position, release the hands, keeping the eyes closed. Palms maybe up or down on the knees or resting in the lap. And notice how you feel. We'll prepare for the breathing practices. Dirghaswasam, the 3-part breath. If you'd like, you can place a hand on the belly and a hand on the chest, otherwise keeping the palms on the knees. Begin to practice the deep breathing, exhaling completely. Inhaling, expand the belly, the chest lifts. And as you exhale, the chest falls and the belly contracts. Continuing at your own pace for several minutes. Calming the body, the mind. We'll prepare for Kapalabhati, the skull shining breath. It's the rapid abdominal breathing movement. We'll be doing 3 rounds of approximately 20 to 30 expulsions per round. You may place the palm on the abdomen to help you know where to contract the abdomen, or if you need, you can still use the palm to actually move the abdomen in until you have better control over the abdominal muscles. The breath comes naturally through the nose. Imagine the energy of the breath is coming from the base of the spine up through the top of the skull. If you feel dizzy at any time while practicing this, please stop the breathing pattern, return to your natural breath. We'll begin with the first round. Exhaling completely. Inhale partway and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale, 3-part breath. Exhale. Return to the natural breath for just a moment. Preparing for the second round. Exhaling completely. Inhale partway and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply, Dirghaswasam, 3-part breath. Exhale completely. Return to the natural breathing pattern. We'll prepare for the third and final round. Exhale completely, inhale partway, and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale, 3-part breath. And exhale. Turn to the natural breathing as we prepare for Nadi Suddhi, nerve purification breath. This is the alternate nostril breath. We'll be using Vishnu Mudra, bending the right elbow, making a fist, release the thumb and the pinky and ring finger. Bring the hand up to the face. Arm is resting against the chest. Block the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. And switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. And switch. Exhale left. Inhale left. Switch. Exhale right. Continue at your own pace, remembering the pattern is to exhale, then inhale, then switch. Keeping the eyes closed. Feeling as though this breath is as smooth as silk. Silent, calming. If you feel comfortable with this breathing pattern, you may begin to silently in your mind count the inhalation and the exhalation, noticing if they are the same length or if the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. Maybe counting 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale. Choosing a count that works for you. And if you'd like to try a longer exhalation, maybe counting the exhalation for 8 as you count the inhalation for 4. If this is too long, maybe going back to counting the inhalation and exhalation equally. Without rushing, next time you exhale to the right, complete the cycle, lower the palm to the lap, keeping the eyes closed. Noticing how you feel. Picking a meditation or focus, maybe watching the breath or chanting Om Shanti to yourself. Gently open the eyes, bring your awareness back to the room. Bring palms together in front of the chest. We'll close. Thank you for joining me today and for taking care of yourself. Om Shanti.